Everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Okay, let's go ahead and get back in here. So I just looked at Raised Dead from this province we were in, and we somehow got a Mortis engine available early on. This is like a tier 5 unit. We also have an Unholy Lodestone, which looks like they've nerfed this a little bit. It's only 2 on the regeneration. I'm almost positive it used to be 4, but now it's only 2. But still, it also gives +5 melee attack and melee defense, so it's pretty good for now. You know, we might get rid of it if we need to cut some costs later once we get some necromancers, but for now, I think it is helpful, especially for just 400 something to summon it. But yeah, the Mortis engine is nuts. And then some of these other ones are okay, like some Wraiths and some, Graveguard are good. We'll probably hold on to those for later, but this Mortis engine, man, these things, now, I don't remember, it's been a while since I played vanilla, but these guys just do AoE damage just for being around other units in a 40-yard radius. So you just kind of put them in there with the rest of your units, and they cause huge damage, and they cause terror. They're kind of fast, too. They're a magical chariot, so you can flank with it and potentially get people to run as well. It also increases your magical power reserves. And this regeneration that it gives, this one also gives 2. It stacks with standard regeneration. It stacks with Unholy Lodestone. It stacks with the Necromancer regeneration. There's just so much you can get in terms of regen. That's very, very strong. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. It does cost a lot. But it's so strong, and I don't want to risk another vampire like coming in and taking it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and declare war on these guys. They're not at war with anybody else, so we're just gonna go ahead and just take them out. Make sure we have enough movement. We should, to get a little experience for him. Yeah, and then we should be able to hit Castle Temple off next. Now these guys dashed, so okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and auto it. Hopefully we don't get trolled. Yeah, it's not too bad. We just gotta go for the money. Armor of Destiny. Pretty good. Okay, return captives. Okay, then we want Children of the Night, so +1 for that. Over here, I guess we'll get an extra just replenishment. We're just going to make her a combat person. Vlad's leveling up. We can't hire the vampires yet. Now, the technology we're going for as well, in the past I have gone for Baleful Rituals, which does help you with your corruption. But it's 24 turns just to get that early on, and this right here is so incredibly powerful. Free skeleton warriors for your entire faction, and skeletal spearmen. Whether you just hire them normally or Raised Dead or whatever, it's so good. And then +3/+3 on the melee attack and defense is really nice for them too. We got leadership for them. Recruitment cost is down. That doesn't affect Raised Dead, but you can hire them just in pretty much any town if you need it. 10 armor is big. They usually only come with 20. So that's going to make them a lot more durable. And then, of course, just making them free. You just get to stack your whole army with skeleton warriors for free, which is pretty nice. Like, sort of chafe units. Probably a little bit better than clan rats after all the upgrades. Especially when you consider all the regeneration and different bonuses you can give them. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take out Castle Templehof here.
Unstoppable. Death and destruction. Preposterous. All shall know me. The world will be mine.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got to go ahead and get this kiss too. So we definitely want the 50% upkeep on heroes. Now, see how much that saved us? That's already, we don't even have a lot of vampires yet. That was already quite significant. The ambush one is kind of making sense if I want to be cute, but I still think the public order and replenishment's better. Okay, let's go to like here.
Annihilate them.
Close victory. Okay, well I guess we gotta fight it. I don't want to take too much damage. We're just trying to move as fast as possible, get that consolidation. They do have a lot of spears, but I mean obviously they don't have any lords, like... I don't think it's happening. Okay. We're gonna do the same thing as last time. We're gonna set them up over here. See if they deploy over here, which they did. Get the reinforcements on the other side. Cannot believe we got a Mortis engine this early. I mean, it is expensive. It's not like as game-breaking as getting like a dragon or something, probably, but it's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Okay. No, it's just this guy can just run over here. They're gonna take a little heat, but that's all right. Now, I'm curious to see if on the ramparts this matters. I mean, we're not going to need too much magic for this one, probably. We can go ahead and help the homies out here. Now, the Nahek does heal dead units, but it can't heal more than the amount of units that you came into the fight with. Or that you came into the battle with. So if I come in with only 80 skeletons in my army, I can't heal any more than 80. But I can heal up to 80, even if like 20 of them die. I can heal more. Be careful, sometimes these aerial battles are a little squirrely.
Isabella von Carstein. What? I understand. At once.
Blood von Karstein. Of death.
Do not mock me.
Doesn't look like they're taking damage. So...
Your desire?
Let's kind of let everyone just catch their breath for a second. It's fine.
I am darkness.
And if they don't want to engage me yet, I'll just wait until I get my vigor back. He's like not going up. Boys, let's go. Okay, now they're coming up here. A little bit. Oh, never mind. These are my units just chilling. Okay, so we're good. Dang it, Vlad's gonna get stranded again. Alright, let's just have him go up here. That's fine. Trying to take this gate so we can bring the Mortis engine in. Stand no chance. There's no way they can kill the heroes even without like a lord themselves. Just kind of just roll in there and you don't have to be in combat for that effect, I don't think, right? Can't see it right here. I think they just have to be close. Yeah, just enemies in range, constant, so you don't even... Oh, no, it is in melee. Okay, so I do have to be actively attacking things. I can't just chill. But it's still pretty good. I mean, it does have regeneration itself and a lot of HP, so... Is that not AoE? Oh, wrong one. Oops. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, it's not gonna matter. Alright. Now, I can't remember if the Corone allows you to hire, like, corrupted Grail Knights. I think that's a really fun thing. I think that you could do that with SFO. I don't remember if you got anything special with Altdorf or not. But I really love the landmark buildings and just having, like, these secret units that you could get. I know that's not, like, super cost efficient from a game standpoint to make like weird little secrets that like nobody can access, especially that requires art assets where you make special models for them. But I think it's really fun. I like it. That is the one really cool thing about SFO is they added, you know, a bunch of new units and models and stuff like that, and for a lot of it historically, you know, there was pretty good balance. Like it wasn't that strong, but like I said, I think in the last year and a half, it's gotten stronger. I think you just want to occupy other vampiric places because you might get buildings, and the buildings are so expensive that I'd rather just have a chance of getting a free building.
King of Darkness.
Okay, so not the best building. Actually, that's not that bad because we do get 20% off hiring Vargeists if we want more of those. So, it's definitely not bad. We want to upgrade this, just 50 gold for 1,000. I don't think so. Probably better options. Okay. Spin around this way, and then... So she can't hit Oberstyre. Can he take out Oberstyre? Okay, so we already... Oh, no, we need to get Children of the Night. Now that's minus 10% cost if he's in the area. And that's the same with her. If she's in the area, she's going to get 10% off too, I believe. Alright. I guess just Doom and Darkness. Yeah, it lasts longer, although we're really just using it for the shock factor, so I guess we'll go with this. And then what else can we even do? Could he take... Can he take that by himself? Okay, I could just hand off a couple of units to him. I'm gonna probably get rid of some of these anyways. So, Fort Oberstyre, it can't have that much. If they hire a lord, I guess I could just raise dead and grab a couple more units if I need to. But yeah, let's go ahead and just hand off some units to him. Well, if we do that, we might lose all of our movement, then we can't hit Waldenhof. Okay, let's just go over here, and then if we need to raise dead to make this happen, we can just raise a few dead and try to get both of those. Okay, Eschen, we just want to get the growth. The growth actually doesn't seem to be that great. Vampires, this main building only has 10 growth. I guess when you upgrade it, it does get a little bit more. And then if we can get to good public order, we might be able to deal with it. Although again, public order is kind of tricky. Right here, what do we want? Could get either a gibbet, just a charnel pit. Where's the... Okay, this guy doesn't require anything. He's a decent little hero, especially at 50% off. He's just kind of a meat shield, though. He doesn't do that much, I don't think. So, Charnel Pit if we do care about growth. If we don't, which we do have a major recruitment center right next to it, so maybe we don't. We just go with Gibbet. Balefire is expensive. Okay. Balefire loses some value, too, if the place is already fully corrupt. Like, yeah, you can get the spread, but you're paying a lot for that. Okay. So I think that's all good. No one probably wants to do business with us. The Wargrove actually just got wiped, it looks like. So that might be a good time to go in there and try to take them out. Okay. Where is mood? Okay. Okay, I was about to say, please don't just like roll over here and just hire up all of those elite units. Because they stick around, and until somebody hires them, I can save that Graveguard in case I get backdoored by some dwarfs or something like that. I can just hire up a bunch of that elite stuff. It doesn't go away unless somebody takes it down. Okay, so Waldenhof. Yeah, we should be able to do that on a solo mission. There's literally nothing. There's like nothing here at Fort Oberstyre. And we could just hire up just a couple of zombies or something and probably take them down. Can he beat that basically by himself with just zombies? Feels a little greedy. I mean, maybe if I do double zombie plus spearman. I mean, what am I going to do after that, though? I can't make a play on the moot yet. How strong are they? Reasonably strong. So I can't make a play on the moot yet. I would get this province secured faster, 1 turn faster.
Unstoppable.
I was trying to think of what I want to do next. Maybe I just want to go for Eshin. I do need to secure this area. I'm just going to do it. Let's just...
All shall perish.
Pyrrhic victory. I mean, I'm going to delete these units anyways. Sure, whatever. I mean, I could fight it out, but just for the sake of saving time and getting on to something more interesting, I think that's what we'll do. Well, I guess they're so cheap, we'll just keep them around. Okay, we've got Children of the Night. Now we just need to get to... probably Aura of Supremacy, and then maybe these. 8/8 is just such a good bargain. Our replenishment's already pretty good. Usually, it's not worth it to upgrade like your non-business units, but you know, for our monster units and things like that, Crypt Horrors, you get a little bit of charge bonus, a little bit of strength. It's not that great. But since we're gonna have a ton of skeletons, this gives you so much value on your skeletons. It'll put them on par with like the standard soldiers of the Empire, probably a little bit better, especially with all the buffs. So, okay, we'll go with that. No walls or anything. Yeah, I should just be able to take them down.
All shall perish.
Okay. Did we get a kiss for killing their lord? I guess not. Their lord must have just already been dead. Must have died fighting Manfred before I got to him. Okay, same drill. I forgot Bone Rattlers are over here now too. Yeah, these guys weren't over here last time I ran this campaign either. Okay, so what do we have here? Local recruitment rank, tax rate, growth and corruption. That's probably what I want. What do I care about at tier 2? I get to upgrade the gold mine. It's pretty significant. Yeah, 250 a turn is big. That also gives me a necromancer. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with growth for now. Maybe settle on public order later. It gives us another one of those buildings. Okay. Sell that. Jeez, I can get 8 of these right now. Oh my gosh. We don't need that many casters. Ambush chance is pretty good. Alright.
Yes. I am darkness. What?
It's so powerful. I love it. Alright. So with her, yeah, just fighter stuff. We already have a replenish, several replenish ones. We could even start going for spread corruption because we have so many. I mean, obviously getting this stuff, getting the regeneration is nice, but the spread corruption is going to be pretty huge too, going into Empire property. So we might just go with some of that. Okay, the casters, we gotta respect the casters. So we want to put one of these in Vlad's army if we ever split them up. Obviously, we want to try to keep them close together if we can. I think this replenishment doesn't... I don't think it stacks. It might. But I think replenish troop is a specific thing versus this, like... I think this does stack. I'm not 100% about that. But we're already going to have an extra 20% after our next upgrade anyways. We're going to have 1 billion replenishment. The corruption just will speed up how much we can expand into new properties so much. I might slow that down a little bit. Get some extra doom and darkness there. Okay, so she's my replenish one. Let's go ahead and start getting that corruption going. Okay, this is my major mage. It's not even the end of the world if I don't have Purple Sun, but it does help out in some situations. Same drill with her, Aura of Supremacy. Probably Unliving Hosts next. I think we can just go ahead and get rid of these guys. They're a little expensive for what they are. Okay, and then I already did all of this. I think just public order. Sounds good. Get rid of that. Do we need to hire anything? I don't think so. Let's have it just enough kind of chafe there. We'll hold on to that stuff too. And I guess we'll just go for Essen next. I don't know. Who are these Bone Rattlers? Who are they fighting? Ostermark? They're kind of strong. What do they think about us? A little indifferent. Wow, Caracadrine says they're the strongest on the whole map right now? What? I would like to get that Wargrave of Woe out of there if we could. But let's see how it goes. Probably go in for Eschen next turn. Or I guess that is Ostermark if they don't take it, which they might. Yeah, they did. Now, do I want to fight them? They're kind of getting in my way already. Other option would just be forget them and go for Stirland. Start messing with this stuff since these guys probably won't go to war with me anytime soon while they're messing with them. Caracadrine, I'm surprised it doesn't have a special sort of property. They really don't like us, and they are in the best position to backdoor us. Stirland is also in a decent position to backdoor us. Do we want it? Sieging the dwarves is a little harder if we don't have any way to break down their doors. How strong is Stirland? They're alright, but not great. Humans are easier to deal with. Get the moot, and then I can get this stuff. But I kind of don't want my main province backdoored and messed with either. We might just want to go ahead and go for those before they get out of hand.
Very well. It is done.
Dance macabre. Hyacinth. Who wishes the vile kiss?
Oh, let me scout him before we get too crazy here.
Expand Sylvania's
That's what we're working with. If they're sitting here with like 220 stacks in their town, which is almost literally what's going on. Oh, they're just spamming Slayers? Did they buff these guys? 38-32, that seems like a lot of melee defense for a Berserker unit.
What?
24 bonus versus large. Obviously, you don't want to play around with them. With large units. They have no armor, though. They aren't hiring anything just yet. Could pop by here. The Karen Wraiths do magic damage. Okay, we've already got this. That's leadership. Okay, maybe we do just go for them. Yeah, let's go ahead and just try to take them out of there.
All shall know me and tremble. Devourer of light.
What? Huh. Now it's giving me another Mortis engine and Hex Wraiths. Hex Wraiths are not, they're a high tier unit, but they're pretty overpriced. The Vargulf, however, is very strong. Not good against the Slayer army, but everything else is pretty good. We didn't get the, oh, it's only in this one place.
I am invincible.
That's right, we didn't get this Unholy Lodestone, which we probably want. How would this do? They don't have a lot of magic damage, but these also deal magic damage, which is going to be reduced. These would probably do quite well. Is it +8? Yeah, +8, +8. That's 34, 44, 4 bonuses. I don't think we need a lot extra. I mean, we could just... It's what, 300 for Raised Dead. How much is it to normally just hire them? 315, so Raised Dead's actually cheaper.
King of darkness.
Alright, let's grab the Unholy Lodestone. I don't think we need more than one of these. If it's open field, we might just need a bunch of meat shields here. Is that too much? I mean, I want to make sure I get it done. If I'm going to go fight them, I need to make sure it happens, you know? I have a lot of units. Fine.
Bend to my will.
How much is rating? It's probably 50% with them, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's not going to be worth. Go right here, just get some corruption going.
Yes.
Shadows. Okay. Then
I thirst.
Vampiric Death. Okay. Corruption. Spirit Leech. Darkness.
Expand Sylvania's borders.
I think he's gonna come attack me. If he does, I could run away.
I hunt.
Just make sure they get out of the way. But yeah, let's go ahead and just bring the ladies over here. I mean, I guess she could just stand on the property. That could be another way to do it.
Undeath Ascendant.
If he attacks me, whatever. How much movement? I need 25% to adopt. Well, if I'm gonna hire some skeletons, which I probably should, just to
What do you want?
not goof around and make sure we get this done. Well, I mean, we have so many bodies. I just don't think we're gonna need much more. I think it's probably fine. Okay, so we can go right here and just channel, I think. Oh, it still causes attrition? What the flip? Okay, so it's replenishment, but not immune to attrition. Okay, well, move the vampires out then.
I beat this. Then go. I don't think so.
Characters 8. Osmosis.
I thirst.
Can I help you?
Characters 11.
What? Follow me. This night. Fall back ahead. Like insolence. Move.
Unstoppable.
Okay. That should be good. So yeah, we're raising it up 6% next turn. The corruption. Love it. Okay. I guess we can just upgrade the Templehof here. So here it goes. If we need to cancel something, we can, but I think that should be fine. It's probably worth the upgrade, at least to get stuff to level 2 for the Gibbet. I don't know if he's going to be able to hit it in one turn. Dang, okay, well there goes Ostermark. Noganoff got burned. That's annoying.
Blood von Tarstein.
Dang it, I can't hit it in one turn.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
What?
Well, I can't. I mean, I have... This is not a siege attacker. I literally cannot attack it. I mean, I could attack the dude on the outside and get pull the reinforcements out, which is probably a good idea. So that'd be 24 units.
I am the Slayer King.
All of these would be tired, though. Does that matter?
The Slayer in me seeks death.
So it's 24 plus 7, that's 31, 34. He's not recruiting right now. Like,
Power before me.
oh, I can reinforce. can't move these in time. I don't. That's gonna take up too much room. I think he'll be willing to fight me.
I have the forge fires glowing.
So be it. You dare. Dance, macabre.
Undeath Ascendant. Dance macabre.
Arcane winds under control.
Darkness comes. I ascend.
Isabella.
Who wishes the red kiss? Expand Sylvania's biozones. Yes, my son. So be it.
Shine for Descendant of
Okay. Now, am I being too greedy by not hiring more skeletons here? I don't think so. I think this is... If he goes for this, I think it's going to be pretty good.
It is time.
Okay, we don't see these guys, so we can't have anyone else pay us.
Speak. Shed their blood. A knife.
Jeez, these things are... There are a lot of them. But, like, how do they beat... Wait, what is this? Wait, what is that shit? Huh. Okay, so that's new. It didn't show that on the tooltip before. Okay, so that must just be an ability of him that he's learned. So basically, none of these entities can die until they take 75% health. Now, these are unbreakable, too, so fear doesn't matter. But I should be able to take out the lords pretty easily. With my lords. It's just... Are we going to be able to sustain through a lot of this fight? We can charge cycle, and we can definitely kill anything that's not a slayer. But... This is not including the 10-10 bonus, I don't think, yet. Or is it? I don't know. Alright, well. Let's do it. I think we can wear him down. We don't have the sustained, like, regeneration that they can get. Blood, whatever it is, Blood Pact or something. They have a few different forms of regeneration on the vampires. So we don't have that, necessarily. We could cheese this and just, like, sit in a corner or something where they can't surround us. Just, like, lower our surface area, but I really do not want to cheese it. Okay. Now, where these reinforcements are coming in, however, I'm not above that. I'm fighting them where they stand.
Your desire?
Multi-engine.
Now, I do have to be very careful to keep that Mortis engine out of the Slayers, which easier said than done.
Isabella.
Okay. And we can maybe charge cycle some of them here. No. Yeah, this... Okay. So we might be able to pick them off before anything really happens here.
Vampire. It shall be. I thirst. Death to the living.
What do you want? With haste.
Quickly!
Now. Glorious death.
As inevitable as death.
Blood von Karstein. Death.
For Isabella! Fine!
Kill.
Full blood!
Okay, where are these lords?
No one can stop me. Mortis engine. So much death.
Vampire. At once.
And those slayers? What are those? Dwarf warriors? Those are slayers, though. We gotta get those. Damn it, those are gonna die. I think some of my people might die here. Is this their lord? No. God bless. Where is this clown?
Swiftly! Your time has come!
I can't identify him because he looks like all the other ones. Oh, there he is. Kind of having some second thoughts about this. These Slayers
Yes, await, minions.
Vampire!
are doing a lot more work than I thought maybe they would.
Isabella! Die!
Life is a phase. It is time.
Crush the breather!
Yeah, I should have bought a lot more skeletons, I think, to deal with this. Because they are relatively immune to magic. And then, of course, my flying units don't work on them. And they won't, like, run, so if I kill their lords... Alright, I'm gonna... We'll see what the losses are here, if we concede defeat and run. We might be able to come back from this. Jesus, we barely scratched those Slayers, man. I don't remember them being that good against normal infantry. I thought they had, like, much, much lower melee defense, like 25 or something melee defense. But they're actually, like, pretty good in and of their own right. And a huge part of it, too, is whatever that buff he got at level 2. I feel like that's new, where they can't lose any entities. So you can't actually kill any of them before their health gets below 75. So you would basically probably need a lot of Graveguard to deal with them, or you just have to tremendously outnumber them. So we'll see. It could be campaign ending, but really we're not losing that much of value here if we get to run and they can't chase. And it did round off a lot of these units, though. I thought we'd maybe get away with more than that. So we did kill a good chunk of the reinforcements, but the main army, and I just could not get to Ungrim. So we'll see. They're probably going to chase me down here, I would imagine. I think we can raise dead enough. Now, if they don't get the reinforcements from their town, like, there's a chance I could beat them on my own property. I do get a leadership bonus. Get a couple of fresh vampires. So I should have taken them a little bit more seriously. Those buffed up Slayers.
Who wishes the red kiss? What? Yes, my sire. By all means.
Let's see if that replenishment goes up. I don't think it... No, I don't think it really went up that much. Alright. Alright, so we will see if we can defend it or not.
What?
This might be a long episode, just because I want to see if we can actually defend this. If we can't, I guess I'm just going to have to film it again. Which will be sad. Yeah, the Raised Dead, we're not in... Unfortunately, we need to be in Eschen to be able to hire the special stuff. I mean, the other option would be just, like, bail with all the vampires, replace her with... We can't... We could replace her with a lord if we cancel. Are there any buildings? Like, we can cancel this. Cancel this. And just replace the legendary lords with other lords. If we think we can't beat it. So they're gonna have a couple more units coming at me. This is still just so many of these clowns with that stupid buff. I think he just got that at like level 2. There's 80 in a stack too, Jesus. So if I replace the lords, I can get them back in 5 more turns. I mean, they're immortal anyways, because they're legendary lords, so it's not like it's a huge deal if they die. I could preserve the vampires. None of them are like too high of a level where it really matters. There's like a couple of level 7s, but I can hire them back at level 4 if it comes down to that.
I thirst. So be it.
Oh yeah, we can't. We can't move. I reckon we'll try it. She's gonna be tired too. We could dash over here with him and hire more units if we want to. I guess we'll just roll it and see what happens. Maybe they don't try to finish me off. No, they're doing it. With just him? Okay, he's not even reinforcing. Now maybe he's a little too overconfident. We do have a couple of our guys left. Alright, let's fight it. So Isabella's gonna be tired, but if we can isolate and kill the main guy, the problem is that the dudes are unbreakable. The other, like, rest of the army is unbreakable, basically. Okay, so this thing does not have to be in combat in order to offer regeneration, so we can try to keep it out and still have it give the bonuses. I guess we could have consolidated some of our units just to save on upkeep in case we somehow miraculously survive this. Single entity units, you can heal them for more than they start with. So if we can just hang everybody out, like, close to them, they should be regenerating a little bit, yeah. If we can just stall, maybe. Just fly around. If I had the replenishment trait,
All shall bow before you.
Isabella von Carstein.
we probably need to put like 1 point in Overcasted and a Heck too, because that would come in clutch right here, big time. These dudes are getting a little ahead.
The Von Carstein's march.
With haste.
I serve my sire.
Vampire. Swiftly.
Yes, with haste. On death's wings.
Mortis engine.
Maybe if I go run at them, some of these guys will turn around or second guess.
Quickly. Bring death. Vampire.
By Van Hell.
With haste.
Crush the breathers.
Now. Now.
Oh, he's gonna come on out, huh?
Their bones.
For Sylvania.
It is time. It is time.
Okay, we killed him.
Victory is mine.
To war.
Noble of the night. Swiftly.
Mortis engine.
Isabella.
Vampire.
Surpass Nagash.
Lord,
The von Carstein's march.
she's going down. Wait, where's... No, she didn't die. Okay, let's have her mismarked.
Vlad von Carstein. All shall perish.
Alright, come on, Mortis Engine. Let's do it, baby. Where is she?
At once.
Lord of the dead.
Okay, she's probably gone. Okay, we gotta keep this Mortis Engine. We just gotta hope this AoE damage is gonna be enough.
What? Swiftly. At once.
Okay, she's gone. Let's keep Vlad up.
Bow before thee. Vampire. Swiftly. At once. Your time has come. Swiftly. We are immortal. Sylvania rules the night.
Mortis engine.
Oh, I can't heal him. I guess I forgot there's a maximum amount of healing that can be done, I think, to a single unit.
Isabella von Carstein. Blood frenzy.
Yeah, they have buffed Slayers a lot.
Vampire.
And they had a lot of Slayers. Hmm.
For Gelden clan.
Blood frenzy.
We did kill their lord. I'm gonna have to see if we can come back. I mean, like I said, there wasn't anything like ultra game breaking because we will get our legendary lords back. We can hire just a bunch of vampires again. We can get a Mortis engine back too. We did have an extra Mortis engine.
Your time has come.
So they're probably going to get one of our towns. But it's certainly not good to kick it off this way, but... Kill as many as we can. This is actually helpful because they're like shooting their own people in the back.
This world is mine.
Vlad and Isabella to the end, killing hordes of Dolly. I mean, we're doing a lot of damage to them. I don't know why they're running.
Master of the undead. Vlad von Karstein.
Those are the giant slayers. We've almost got most of them pretty far down. Wow, they're actually running? Jeez, if I just had the regeneration.
Victory is mine.
Wow, are we actually gonna kill all of them? Holy cow. That's obviously a huge blow. So we gotta respect them some more. But we killed their legendary lord as well, and we're gonna kill all of these units because they can't run with them. Getting the vampires back, not a big deal. Getting the Vargeist back, annoying. Wow. Got him, coach. Hey, y'all want some excitement? Here we go. The other vampires kind of got whacked, but like I said, they were only losing like 3 levels on some of them. We didn't have that many like items and things like that, so. And we can get the Mortis engine back. You really only need one of those with your main army, obviously. So I'm justifying it. Obviously, it sucks. I wish we would have won that a lot cleaner, but I think it's still salvageable. Doing it for the content, man. Obviously, none of this stuff matters. The corpse cart, whatever. It's not that great. As soon as we get a necromancer, we can just put a necromancer on a corpse cart eventually. It's not a huge deal. Now, they're going to be able to hire back a bunch of these clowns, potentially. But it does take a moment to restock the vampires, I suppose, so we can't get them all back, like, instantly and go attack. But both sides are probably just going to restock and go from there. There's so many Slayers. I mean, maybe they won't have the money. They only have one town. Those have to be expensive. I know he probably gets like 50% off or something. But I'm just glad he didn't bring his other army. If he brought his other army, we probably would have lost. The dead rise again? Yes, who's coming back? Do we get some of the vampires or the Mortis engine back? Oh, it says damage dealt. Nice. 19,000 damage. Okay, these things don't say damage dealt. Wait, how did I see that? Oh, down there? Oh, here we go. 9,000. 18, like almost 19,000 damage dealt. Yeah. 14,000. Wow, he did a lot more than she did. 1,800. 4,000-ish each. And then we gotta take the gold. Almost nothing, because we killed him basically instantly. Well, we got a little overconfident going for them, and now they're a little overconfident going for us. Maybe with all those kills, we get a really good raised dead here. I don't know. Rat Surge is sniffing blood. Oh, we got Blast Cleaver. That's really good. I think. Right? Isn't that the... Yes. Wow. Yeah, it's one of the better items. 10 melee attack for everybody is freaking amazing. Not even any, like, downtime. Just always works. That's crazy. Maybe that's why those dwarves are kicking so much butt. Oh, nice. We got 3 of our vampires. And 2 of our Vargeists. Wow, we got a really fortunate roll there. With the dead rise again. Okay.
I am a rune lord, not some
Okay, so he just ran with that army. This army has nothing as well. Huh. Okay, so we don't get that much. But they have basically nothing. Yeah, I think... I don't know if we can win the siege. We might be able to. I'll have to think it over. But anyways, that's going to be it. So that was exciting. I mean, it sucks that we almost got wiped there, but it's cool that we didn't. So we can get one more vampire before they hire anything else. That'll be 4 vampires. Isabella. Vlad. We can summon up some zombies and spears. And presumably over here we can get some skeletons and spears and a couple other units. So yeah, I'll check it out. But anyways, definitely getting spicy. So thank you very much. As always, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll see you next time.